Hello, I am Roselle, and I want to tell you why I think Michael Jackson's innocent. So, this is a different video than I usually do, but it's a video that I really want to do and want to talk about. So, I want to talk about why Michael Jackson's innocent. Warning, most of this will be my personal feelings than absolute facts. I can leak you sources and like Reddit and like videos and like documentaries that go way more in depth than me and way more just into everything than me. But this is why I feel like he's innocent. First of all, obviously, let's get the most important part out the way. He is my favorite artist, so obviously there'll be maybe a little bit there where I am more inclined to believe it. But I think the main factor is that one, he is proven innocent when the court of law. When the court of law, yes, you could say they got bribed, they're corrupt or anything like that, but like at that point that's just your word and mine. That's that conspiracy. Sorry for the mess of word. I'm not in and out. That is conspiracy. And I don't necessarily need to like at that point. It's just my feelings versus your feelings. How you feel about the government and stuff like that. So it's like one, he's got proven innocent in the court of law with some very strong evidence. Very strong evidence for reason why he's not guilty. First of all, you gotta go on this big moral, like not moral, but big conspiracy argument that he been bribed, that the government been bribed, everything like that. And then at that point, you're just playing to our feelings than what it actually is and what happened, right? And then we even have the FBI investigate him, and you say that the FBI wasn't doing it, they was kind of like helping. It doesn't matter. The FBI, the police had investigated him for more than 11 years or 15 years, around those numbers, and they found nothing. Somebody who's open about his relationship with children, like he's open with like how he felt about them and like how much he loved them. They found nothing of him. Now, if you look at this current Jeffrey Epstein case, right, or like how it's unfolding, there is, if you're a pedophile, there'll be multiple evidence of such. If you're a murderer, there'll be multiple and multitudes of evidence of stuff that not even the government can't cover up. Because even the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, they redacted all that stuff in the file, and they still can't really cover it up. So, if you're a pedophile and people suspect you of that and they do a whole investigation of that, they'll find multitude of evidence, multitudes of things, signs of behavior of you just doing stuff, right? And this is the argument that comes to feelings like why would a grown man let children sleep in his bed? Now, in Michael Jackson case, I think Michael Jackson is extremely childlike and he tried to resemble being like Jesus. And Jesus said, "Love the kids." He said this multiple times, right? And one, he didn't even let those kids on the bed. You can go back to anything. You can go back if you watch the behind the scenes thing. Michael Jackson was like, "No, I didn't let them sleep on my bed. Right? I let them sleep on my bed. I sleep on the floor." But it would never be me and the kids on the floor. And by the way, his room, even it's not it's not a mansion in itself. It's a it's a really big room, bigger than probably this living room that set that I'm in right now. So it's kind of like, yes, if they sleep in his room, they could be sleeping in the floor. Maybe he got another bed or something. I don't know. Like he can sleep on the floor. He can do whatever like that. There's no rules against that. And then there's parents. The parents are able to go into Neverland. It's not like he was isolating them from his parents. We got accounts on this on all of them or all the accusers that they was allowed into Neverland multiple times. We got other parents, other children saying that they was allowed into Neverland. The parents, he never isolated them. Neverland was free to all and free and yeah, so it's basically just like irrelevant, right? To say that why would a grown man let children sleep in his bed when it's kind of like you're trying to remove the context of what he's saying within the thing because he represents himself very bad, and he got represented bad by Martin Bashir when he said that statement. So one, there's somebody who don't know how to really speak well socially, basically like with context, right? And then you got journalists who's also misleading him. That's two levels of misrepresentation of what he's trying to say, right? And then like and then if you ignore that and it's like hone in on the statement, it's just like kind of like at that point you're trying to fit your own narrative. What else? Oh, in the 2000 case, it was kind of like the accusers didn't have nothing really to stand on, no really good evidence. I'm pretty sure all the evidence was debunked. If it wasn't, hey, he'll be in jail. But there also was just like not credible. Like none of it. Like the mom is a notorious scammer or something. Whatever she was, she did crimes of her own and stuff like that, and that like leads to her getting scammed. Obviously, if somebody steals, doesn't mean that they go steal something. It doesn't necessarily mean that she is not credible to testify against a rapist or whatever it's called. I hope I can say these words on YouTube. 'Cause I'm not editing these out, but what's it called? But that's not really the point. Her crimes kind of make her creditless the the accused accusations. Basically, my bad. The accusations make it so that she is creditless because her crime kind of fit her being the liar and the signs of being lying oath. And the most recent charge against him, the most recent accusations against him, those people are not credible either because they just lied under oath in the 2000, in the 2000. Uh, Jay Washington, whatever his name is, was the most credible witness, not witness, but credible people within the people that were testifying, no, that was helping Michael Jackson. He was the most credible out of all of them. Like, I don't know. And so he lied on the oath and he like, no, I'm definitely telling the truth now. Like, how can we believe these people? Yes, maybe something did happen, but we can't go off of what if. This is a man legacy and a man legacy. Yeah, basically. This is a man legacy and a life. Jordan Chandler, sadly, is probably the most credible at the other one, but his dad not. And his dad is a really gray area in my view. Like I feel like I can't 100% believe into his story because of the dad and how much he had been painted as his not painted, but is this money grubber. So it's really just so much of hearsay into like most of the accusations. No like really valuable proof, and even if he got valuable proof, no, not even if he had valuable proof, he'll be in jail. I 100% believe our justice system, and to say it's biased here, that means every celebrity case you have to prove that every celebrity case just had to be biased. You think Michael Jackson the only exception? Why R. Kelly get arrested? Why Jeffrey Epstein get arrested? Like Jeffrey Epstein had probably more power than Michael Jackson. I'm not honestly in terms of like overall influence and power. Just like he was meeting presidents. This guy's he was around presidents like Bill Clinton and stuff like that. You telling me that he got caught eventually and he wasn't able to cover up, but you expect a superstar, what is it called, a pop star, whatever you call Michael Jackson, whatever you want to call Michael Jackson, who wasn't even at the peak of his career. This wasn't Thriller Michael Jackson. This wasn't bad Michael Jackson. I understand the first case, but that one got legally settled in the court of law. So it wasn't like he paid them all like illegally. It was legally. It wasn't like yeah, it wasn't this like 2000 Invincible didn't do as well as it was supposed to. One it only got like a million something when the box off not box office, that's the movies, when the billboards and stuff like that in terms of sales. And yeah, so it didn't do as much as he thought it would, and stuff like that. And I think he's starting to get into debt here around this area, like the 2000s, like maybe not early 2000s, but he's nowhere got the influence that he did before. So let me start wrapping this up. Um, this is this is my reasoning and how I feel about the Michael Jackson case. It's not in depth, not really. I leak anything over anything I said. I wouldn't have no like sources when the videos, not sources, but any credible evidence in the video, but it's just mainly just how I feel about it. And I don't think this video gonna get much pay attention to. Definitely because the length of this is probably one of the most lengthiest of videos that I posted recently. So I'm glad for you to be listening to this one. Michael Jackson the GOAT. If you're please comment below what's your favorite album if you want to. Mine's Thriller. Yeah, mine's Thriller. I really love Thriller. And please like and subscribe. I love you. Peace.